me, I counted. I think the problem with the multiple speeches that I've tried to write is that I try to tell stories and make them meaningful. But I tend to explain things in great detail to where one story lasts 3.5 minutes. And I'm limited on time here, so instead of telling stories, this is just going to turn into one big sappy mess, I promise. Before freshman year, I was not excited at all to be in the marching band. I'd seen the band march at halftime once before, and I distinctly remember them playing Hey Pachuco and putting their instruments down and clapping and walking in a follow the leader. And it was the most ridiculous thing that I'd ever seen. The pants were green and baggy, and they had feathers on their heads, and they were basically just running around on the field. And I had to do that next year? Anyway, I think everything changed for me by the end of band camp, or at least by the end of the first home game. I think that's when I learned that I wanted to be a part of this, and I was supposed to be a part of this. Maybe the upperclassmen didn't know me or like me, and the director thought my name was Caileigh for a year and a half. Maybe holding my flute up made my arms hurt, and maybe the sun always was shining in my eyes, and maybe my hair always blew in my face and I couldn't see. But maybe, just maybe, it would all be worth it. Because you know it will get better when you look up to the seniors and see how passionate and dedicated they are to this, and you see the relationships that they've made with everyone, and even with the director. See, I was so excited to eventually be Miss Moore's senior, and at the end of sophomore year, I was so excited to be Miss Moore's drum major. I think I just wanted her to be proud of me and the rest of my class. I wanted her to see us grow over the 4 years. When she left, I think I was worried that we'd just always be sophomores to her, like we'd just be naive and small, and she wouldn't see how far we've come since freshman year. Then junior year rolled around, and things changed. Mr. Stafford stepped up and kept the program going. I know I was afraid that the band program would just be gone, but he kept it going. Everyone had all these expectations about what the band program had to be like, and he came in and stuck true to tradition, which I think kept most of us sane throughout the year. However, this year, Mr. Gozzard's up in here, and day one starts changing things. Nothing too drastic, but he changed commands, troop on for halftime, stand cheers, BandORama. But the difference between last year and this year is that all we ever knew before Mr. Stafford was Miss Moore, and Miss Moore's ways, and Miss Moore's directing, and her marching, and her humor, and her brown pants. It's like for some reason we thought she was the only one capable of making her own choices. I'm so thankful for what band was when she was here. If I could only tell you all of the things I've ever learned from her about music and about character. But I'm also thankful for the year we had with Mr. Stafford and the year we have with Mr. Gozzard. I'm even happy that he's changed things. I think change can be good, even if it's hard sometimes. I love all the new additions he's made. It's all very different than the first half of my high school band experience, and I love it, because it's his band now. Maybe I never got the chance to be Miss Moore's senior and make her proud of everything that I've accomplished, but I'm so thankful to be part of his senior class, Mr. Gozzard's senior class. I can only hope that you're proud of us. Even though we've all only known you for a short period of time. Thank you for all that you've done for us so far this year in making our last marching season the best it could be. Along with Mr. Gozzard, Miss Moore, and Mr. Stafford, I'd like to thank Mr. Morse, Mr. Reynolds, and Mrs. Hubbard, and the Academy for getting me where I am today. I don't know what I would be doing if I didn't have band the past 7 years. I honestly don't even... What don't I even? I honestly don't even want to think about it. I also want to give a shout out to someone that I've had the chance to get to know. I don't think I had ever heard this person talk before band camp this year, but now he expresses genuine feelings, and sometimes I'm like, wait, whoa, is that an emotion? Anyway, Eli and I have become friends this year, and we're even in a musical together, Grease, coming to a Thunder Bay Theater near you, November 27th to December 13th. I'm glad we had the chance to work together this year. I can't wait to watch you lead the band next year from the stands. You're going to do a wonderful job. Quick little thing, I'm irresponsible, and at the beginning of the year, that. But they never have them. Like, they're always out or they don't know where they put them. But today, I went there with Miriam, and they had them. So I tried taking a white lanyard off the little, like, holder thing, and then these hooks with, like, 40 different clipboards on them, they all fell on the floor. And so Miriam and I were just trying to put the hooks back on the metal rack thing and then put the clipboards on them, but there was just too many of them, so they just kept falling. And this guy I know that works there was like, "Miss Nitchman, what are you doing?" And I was just like, "I just wanted a lanyard, okay?" And anyway, I went through a lot to get this for you, and I got one, but I'll give it to you later because you're way over there. Okay, you're probably sick of me talking now. I'm going to wrap it up now. Shout out to the flute section. My home. I love you all so very much, including Carissa. I'm sure you'll hear this somehow. You're all peaches, the peachiest. Keep peaching for the rest of peach-ternity. I love you. Lastly, I love all of you. You're all the greatest people I've ever known. You all mean the world to me. I think I'm going to miss all of the small things, like doing whistles, wearing white, leading cheers, handing out the spirit stick, and hearing my name announced at the games. It's too bad it could only last for a little while, but I'll be forever thankful for everything you've all done for me. How lucky am I to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. I love you.